Good evening.
Good evening.
Sorry, teacher.
Okay.
I know, we weren't ready.
It's like, okay, I was like, do we need to do that again? Y'all do know I'm an educator at heart, right? First, before we get started, I want to say welcome back to our students, our journalist class from University of Illinois. We're glad you all came back. Look a little different when it's nice and warm out there than you did when it was nice and cold, right? So, but thank you, and we appreciate you being here. So thanks again. All righty, so we're going to get started, and our theme continues to be the power of we. Really excited about this because you're going to see why it's important. First, we want to start with, okay, try this again. Well, it's not working. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just speak to it. You do, yeah, we'll catch you up at some point in time. But we're celebrating School Social Work Week. Last week was School Social Work Week, and we are so grateful for our dedicated social workers, and we appreciate all that they do to support Unifor students. School social workers play an essential role in supporting students' mental health, their well-being, and overall success in school. Their work helps students navigate challenges both inside and outside the classroom, and their impact is often immeasurable. So with that, I want to say thank you to all of our school social workers across Unit 4 for all of your incredible support and the care you provide to our students. You're often the unsung heroes who help create a safe, nurturing environment, allowing our students to thrive despite the many challenges. Your work is truly appreciated, and we are grateful for everything you do. So let's give it up for our school social workers. Next, we want to celebrate Women's History Month. We celebrate our women in Unit 4. We celebrate Women's History Month. So Unit 4 celebrates Women's History Month. We applaud every incredible woman who has helped shape history, education, and our community. So let's give it up for all of our women. Also, we want to say congratulations to Brian Alexander, Assistant Principal for Carrie Busey Elementary School. Brian was the recipient of the Difference Maker Award from the United Way of Champaign County. He is also deserving, he is so deserving, I should say, of this award, and we are so very happy and proud of Brian. So let's give it up for Brian. Jefferson Middle School earns revalidation from AVID. We are pleased to announce that Jefferson Middle School was officially revalidated as a national demonstration school by AVID, advancement via individual determination. This is an honor that less than 200 schools hold in the country. Edison earned this honor last year, and next up is Franklin in April, so we're excited about that. And so being a national AVID demonstration school means that Jefferson is able to demonstrate an ongoing pursuit of excellence, both in the AVID elective and AVID school-wide. Part of this includes using WICR, which is writing, inquiry, collaboration, organization, and reading, all the things that our teachers should be doing every day in all of our classrooms. They use this as an instructional framework. So congratulations to all the AVID staff, the students, and the administrators for all their hard work. The AVID revalidation team stated that Unit 4 has some amazing work happening and that they want to showcase that work, and they want others to help other schools and other districts learn from what we have going on here in Unit 4. And I just want you to know, AVID fits perfectly into our strategic plan. Priority number 1, instructional excellence, and priority number 2, educational access, and priority number 5, strategic resource allocation. So let's give it up for Jefferson. Just, if it's nothing else, see the smiles on the students' faces. Those are some AVID students, and they were proud of themselves. And the way they presented and spoke to the revalidation team and how they owned their work, that's what it's all about. It's not our work, it's our students' work, and that's what we're creating, students who are owning their own learning, and I'm just proud of them. So I could go on and on about AVID. Okay, we also want to give a shout out to Robeson. Robeson had family reading night last week. Teachers, staff, and community members read books to the students, and the Champaign Public Library shared information about library cards. The highlight of the night was the U of I women's wheelchair basketball team and Champaign's own Rolling Heat wheelchair basketball team, which features two of Robeson's students, and there's coached by Team USA. Silver medalist Caitlin Eaton, assisting students in trying out for wheelchair basketball and leading in the assembly. And March is also Disability Awareness Month, so we just want a big shout out to Robeson for promoting inclusion and literacy during the same event. So there's a proud parent in this room right now. His baby is right there in the front in that blue the shirt that says Robeson. Go ahead, Mr. Reif. So just a big shout out to Robeson. This next young man is amazing. This is one of our U4 power moments. We usually try to have a power moment for each one of our board meetings. And so this week's power moment is Centennial sophomore Ben Lieb. He takes top chair.
He's Central.
He's Central?
I believe he's Central.
Yep, I'm sorry, Central. I'm sorry, right there it says Centennial, but you're right, he's Central. Forgive us,
Sorry.
but yeah.
Sorry.
But it's Central, yes. A big shout out to Ben Lieb, a sophomore French horn player at Central High School. And Ben has been named the top chair, not just a chair, but the top chair among French horn players. Look at that horn. He will perform at the 32nd Music for All National Festival as part of the prestigious Honor Band of America. Not in the county, not in Illinois, but of America. This weekend in Indianapolis. And so Ben is one of only 80 students from the National Pool of Auditionees to be selected to perform in an honor ensemble. So we want to say congratulations to Ben, job well done. And before we post this, I need y'all to fix that from Centennial to Central, okay? And if y'all can make the background maroon, that'd probably even be better. I know, I'm just trying to help out the maroons here. All righty, Central's Scholastic Bowl team earned fourth place finish at the 2025 Illinois Masonic Academic Bowl sectional match. So let's give it up for our Scholastic Bowl team from Central. I have a lot to celebrate, Okay, the 20th Annual Battle of the Books. Our friends at the Champaign Public Library hosted its 20th Annual Battle of the Books. Teams of 3rd through 5th graders competed to answer questions about 20 books featuring authors, illustrators, figures, and events in celebration of Black History Month. Kudos to Barkstall, Kenwood, and to Dr. Howard. All three of our schools participated, and I believe Kenwood got first place. Barkstall got first place, and Kenwood got second place. Not sure if Dr. Howard got a place at all, but I think they were there and participated. So, yes, Barkstall first, Kenwood second. How about that?
Good job.
Yes. All righty, Edison Comet students earned second place in state tournament. So congratulations to Nevaeh Gregory for placing second at the Special Olympics. She competed in the individual basketball skills section. Look at that smile. Yes, give it up for her. And we're also so proud of all the Unit 4 students who successfully battled Downers Grove School District 99 and the Vaughn Occupational High School from Chicago to defend their Division II state title for the second year in a row. Darius was the leading scorer and was also awarded the Spirit of the Game Award for outstanding sportsmanship and leadership on the court. Look at that. Let's give it up for our Olympic team. Yes. Kudos to the Maroons, Central Maroons basketball team for a thrilling season. They were the regional champs, but they didn't make it past the sectional semifinals, but we still want to shout them out because it was an amazing season. So congratulations to our Central Maroons basketball team. Wow, got a lot going on here. Unit 4 students wrestling their way to the top. Shout out to our students that participated in the Illinois Kids Wrestling Federation competition this past weekend. We have 3 young ladies. Ivy wrestled her way to become the IKWF state champion in the 140-pound weight class. Rita finished second in the senior 125-pound class, and Ryan finished in 6th place. So just shout it out for, this is Women's History Month too, so let's shout out our young ladies for a job well done. Woo-hoo! All righty. Unit 4 students perform at the District Orchestra Festival. This was outstanding. What a great example of our theme for the year, the power of we. Over 200 6th and 7th grade orchestra students from across the district came together to perform at the District Orchestra Festival this past week at Centennial High School. A packed auditorium got to witness the magic that happens when we when we collaborate to perform and make beautiful music. So shout out to our orchestra instructors, Mr. Schultz, Ms. Noga, Mr. McFall, Mr. Knight, Ms. Sampson, for all their hard work and putting this together. Just look at that. Awesome. Yes. Okay. All righty. So the Illinois State Board of Education released some data from the College Board that shows Illinois class of 2024 set new records in advanced placement, participation, and performance. The report highlights the results of Illinois' commitment to college readiness and equity pertaining to access to advanced coursework, and that goes to strategic plan, priority number 2, educational access. And so this is just comparing the public schools. Now remember last time I was here, we were celebrating what week? Public Schools Week. So this is just celebrating and comparing our public schools. So if you look at our class of 2024, the percentage of graduates taking at least one AP class, 51% for Unit 4, compared to 43.1% of state of Illinois, compared to 35.7 for national. And then a percentage of students who are graduates who earned at least a 3 or above on that assessment, on that exam, 38% for Unit 4, compared to 28.3% in the state of Illinois, compared to 22.6% for the national. Let's give it up for Unit 4. I think we're doing it. We're doing it. Yes. Yes. And I say this often, we're not there yet. I say all the time, excellence is a state of becoming, and we're on our way. Not there yet, but we got a lot more work to do, but at least we're on the path. And I'm excited for our teachers and for our students getting the job done. And so next year, we'll have even more. Okay? All righty. And last week was another great week. So we had a special visitor at Centennial High School. Governor J.B. Pritzker held a press conference to discuss his proposed statewide ban on classroom cell phone use. His initiative aims to enhance student focus on academic performance by reducing digital distractions during instructional time. He praised Unit 4 School as a model district regarding our recent cell phone implementation. The governor stayed afterwards and after the press conference, and he talked to our students and our teachers about the potential impact of such a statewide policy. And our students had great questions, and they enjoyed having comments with him and dialogue. And so they also did a great job with speaking to the media. So we had students who spoke on behalf of this policy. And so we just also want to take the time to say a special thank you to Ms. Sanders and her Centennial team for being so hospitable. They made it was wonderful. It was a great event. And just watching our students interact with such a dignitary was amazing. They knew exactly what to say, how to say it, they were their authentic selves. And they also reminded me afterwards that having that press conference and talking about this made them understand why this banning cell phones in the classroom is so important. And we also reminded everyone that what we're trying to do is teach our students how to navigate the real world. So not taking the cell phones when they're totally away from them, but teaching them when to use a cell phone, how to use the cell phone, and things of that nature. So it was powerful. So I just want to say thank you to our governor and to everyone who looked and said, hey, let's go to Unit 4 and do this press conference. Let's recognize the great work that's happening there. So great job to all of my team. Appreciate you all. This piece here is really crucial because the Brown v. Board of Education panel, Dr. Warden and I were able to participate on this panel. So it was a great opportunity to be invited to participate in this panel discussion, and it was really on the unfinished promise of Brown v. Board of Education. And the reason why it was crucial is because we talked about how Brown v. Board had some key ways in which it shaped education today, such as the push for desegregation in public schools, the promotion of equal opportunities, federal and state accountability, the encouragement of diversity in the classroom, inspiration for further civil rights movement, changes in curriculum and teaching practices. And so this conversation was an opportunity to help Dr. Ward and I to discuss more about what Pathways Unit 4 is utilizing and following and addressing as we're embarking on this. And we talked about early college and dual enrollment programs, college readiness programs, mentorships and academic support such as AVID, community-based partnerships, curriculum alignment with our local colleges and our university, community engagement and outreach, and strengthening parent and family engagement. But we didn't stop there. We also discussed very candidly some of the negative consequences that came out of the complexity and the challenges of Board v. Brown because of the segregation, for example, and especially in a society that wasn't ready for widespread changes due to this ruling. And those kind of things, what happened was it led to such things as white flight and school closures, the loss of Black teachers and educators that we're still battling today, trying to bring back Black educators into this system. We talked about unequal resources and facilities, delays in the implementation. We talked about the psychological and social impact on the Black students that were forced into integration because of things such as hostility, discrimination, and violence, and the overall focus on desegregation over quality education. So those are some of the things that came out of the conversation, and those are conversations that we don't want to stop having, because sometimes you can put policies and things in place, but unfortunately there can be some unintentional, unintended consequences, but we in Unit 4 recognize them, and we want to continue focusing on how do we address some of these inequities that are still prevalent today. So that was a great opportunity. You can see all those wonderful women in the picture there, and there's some men down there too, but this is Women's History Month, so. Also, just want a reminder to everyone that if you have not registered your child for the 2025-2026 school year, please do so. If you have an incoming kindergartner, if you know a friend, a family member, a cousin, somebody that they got a kindergartner at their incoming kindergarten student at their home, please remind them to please get their students registered. It's very important that this happens. Let's see. The next thing I have is Unit 4 families, your voices matter. So right now, the 5 Essential Survey is open. We need you to please participate. The Illinois 5 Essential Survey helps us improve our schools by gathering information on leadership, teaching, and family engagement. Parents, and guardians, your input shapes our school improvement plan. It takes just about 10 minutes to complete it, and help us to make a difference. So it's open now. You should be hearing things from your child's school about please fill out this survey. This is not something we just get to say we do or don't do. Is one of the requirements from our school report card. It's a state requirement from Illinois State Board of Education. So please, we want to hear your voice. We want to be able to use this information to help make things better in Unit 4. Few upcoming dates. March 11th, Spanish French MLL, returning families registration for PK-8 students only right here in the Mellon building. So that is tomorrow, March 11th. Tomorrow, we also have on this Thursday and Friday, the 13th and 14th, the parent-teacher conferences. So no schools for students, but parents, family members, guardians, please make it a point to reach out and speak to your child's teachers. It's very important. Also, we have March 17th to the 21st, spring break. So I know my educators in the rooms are very excited about that. So no school for anybody. March 26th, we have another community presentation at Central High School. And that presentation, I believe, is on-screen violence. So we were going to have it next week, but because of spring break, we moved it to the 26th. So please, our safety and security team, they do an amazing job with these presentations. So all community members, board members, everyone is invited to participate. March 26th at 6:00 p.m. at Central high school. And then we have March 31st is a spring holiday, no school. And there's the actual presentation of events that we have going on from our safety and security team. So please join us. And the last thing I want to say is school success starts with attendance. Good attendance leads to positive outcomes for students, so please make sure your students are at school every day on time. We need them here. Okay? Thank you.